My name's Toni Shelbourne and I'm the author of The Truth About Wolves and Dogs. I've had a long career working with dogs and wolves and wrote the book to dispel the myths surrounding dog training.
For thousands of years, since wolves and men came together, humans have utilised canine skills for vital tasks like gathering livestock and hunting. In the 1800s, gamekeepers used to talk about breaking dogs, i.e. training them, and that's where a lot of the old myths of dog training started. The force method was brutal, and although we don't routinely use whips anymore to train dogs, still some of the old ideas are still there, like making sure that you're the boss, not letting them get away with anything. They still linger today. So how should we interact with our dogs? We still have working dogs today. Are they still thought of as non-emotional machines, or does modern man have a more healthy relationship with their canine companions? Can we cooperate like a wolf pack and train without force? I've come up to Russia Farm to meet up with a friend of mine, Steve Waters, and his working collie Jess to find out. How do you go about training her to the sheep? Because when I watch her work, what I see is the wolf behaviour of turning herds back towards other pack members and relay railing. So it's kind of that, isn't it? Kind of refined. So how do you get her to do that for you?
Well, you're banking on a lot of instinct to start with. In the first year, it's just sort of getting used to the routine. So it's getting in and out of the pickup, going out each morning, seeing the sheep, but not necessarily working them, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
And also, if you've got other dogs, it gets them nice and sociable, that sort of thing. And every day, you're sort of building up on the sit, stay, lay down, and leaving them in one field where you walk off to another field and expecting them to still be there when you get back.
Right.
And then when you get to the end of the first year, then you're really looking to see how they're sort of eyeing up the sheep. It's like Jess, she had very good instinct from probably about 9 months out. She started watching the sheep and moving left to right, dog, and moving the sheep with her eyes. So she just did
that instinctively?
Yeah, so a lot of the time you're just looking for the instinct of actually sort of moving the animals, but not charging and chasing them, because if you start that way round, you're going to have not very much control.
And you have to be careful with them, don't you, that a ewe doesn't frighten them early?
Yeah, exactly. So when we're going out and about, we'd let them loose in a field of lambs that are under a year old, not put them with the females or the rams, because they can turn around, knock the dog over, and you'll be back to square one again.
Right.
Lambs are a lot smaller as well, so they're not so daunting, and just getting them used to that sort of thing.
And how many hours work a day does she work with you? Is she out with you all day?
Yeah, all day. So get up at 6 o'clock or half 6, go off, check the sheep. She's sort of running around the yard or whatever, moving sheep all through the day, and they get home about 6, 7 o'clock, and then that's when she's finished, really.
So she's getting loads of really good mental exercise.
Yeah.
I mean, what I've noticed around the yard, you know, when the sheep around, she's not interested in people, is she?
No, not at all.
No.
Not at all. And all they want to do is work. Collies need a lot to occupy their mind. And if she doesn't go out with you every morning or with you doing something, she won't talk to you.
Yeah.
She's like, what's going on? Come on.
Because just now when we were just chatting, she was creeping off towards the sheep again, wasn't she? So
yeah,
she,
all the time.
She's staying here for first, but I can see, but she wants to be back over there working.
She'll be sitting down there before long.
Yeah.
But, or going into the next field, finding something else.
Right.
Because once you're taking them around the fields, they sort of remember the field that they've been in, so they just go off and do it on their own accord if you're not careful. So.
And what makes a good handler? What makes a good shepherd?
I think you just got to build a relationship with your dogs and your animals, really. That's the most important thing. You have your good days, you have your bad days, but you've got to spend a lot of time with them, a lot of time. And especially collies, you just can't pick them up and put them down. So if we're going off somewhere, just in the pickup, take her with you, and just to build a relationship with them, really.
Life since wolves were domesticated has of course changed. Dogs today have many modern roles, from companions to competitive working dogs and even assistance dogs. They aren't looking to rule. Most are happy to live alongside us, to be our companion and thrive in a mutually beneficial relationship. They get confused if we constantly show bullying behaviour and set needless rules. Yes, they need boundaries, but they will thrive with a calm, authoritative handling, not aggressive behaviour. Think of your dog as an emotional being similar to a toddler. Guide them, forgive the odd mistake, and support them in their times of stress and anxiety. Your dog will really thank you for it.